Now, the GAAR scare, or the lack of clarity on the advanced avoidance tax, has really forced the FIIs to meet finance ministry bureaucrats. In fact, FIIs, which constituted people from CLSA, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, did meet the top bureaucrats of the finance ministry. That does include the DEA secretary and the revenue secretary. They have raised concerns about GAAR. FIIs feel that some provisions of GAAR are very vague and implementation may take a toll on all of these. Let's go straight across to Suchetna Ray, who's joining us with more details on the big story from the heart of all policy making right outside finance ministry in New Delhi. Suchetna, good to have you on this show. What kind of assurance have they really got from finance ministry bureaucrats? Any words coming on implementation, on the permissible structure, or any such assurance coming in at all?
Supriya, we remember that this was a much-awaited meeting, a meeting which was also alluded to by the finance minister himself, and sources indicate that in this over 2-hour meeting, a clarification has been given to the jittery FIIs. They've been told that implementation will be prospective. Not only that, it will be smooth. Also, they've said that the thrust, the onus of this will not be on the taxpayer, but on the tax collector. So therefore, there will be a GAAR panel which will ensure that there is transparency. Also, they will ensure that there are no unintended consequences. What they mean by this is that the thrust will really be on the substantial presence. So it is on the tax collector to ensure that the FIIs are actually genuine investors. They have not created a legal structure only to avoid tax. Once this has been established, sources indicate that FIIs have nothing to fear. But if it is established that there is no substantial presence, the structure has been actually created as an anti-avoidance tactic, only then will the GAAR come into effect. So this is the kind of clarification, Supriya, that has gone out. And once GAAR is implemented, yes, it's a 15% tax that will have to be paid out on the short-term capital gain tax that has to be paid out, which is 15%. But what finance ministry sources are telling us is that there is no reason for FIIs to worry, because it will only come into effect, and I repeat, if they find that the structure in countries like Mauritius is a structure which has been created as an anti-tax, as an anti-avoidance tactic.